I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. Are you suffering from a serious life-threatening illness? Has your doctor told you you're probably going to die? My name is Dr. Donald Trump, and I have helped millions of patients with conditions just like yours.
All right, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now. Put the coffee down. Sit down if you're standing. Because Donald Trump has managed to do something that I genuinely did not think was possible in the year 2026. He has lost the internet. Not just the left, not just the critics, his own base, the MAGA faithful, the people who have defended everything, the indictments, the convictions, the hush money, the classified documents, all of it.
Trump thinks he can post this picture of himself depicting Jesus, and it's just straight up blasphemy. So now Trump and the MAGA movement have officially lost all my support.
Ooh. Those people have apparently found their line in the sand. And that line, apparently, is Jesus. Here's what happened. Trump posted an AI-generated image of himself that depicted him as, and I want to be precise here, Jesus Christ. Glowing light, healing powers, the whole thing.
He'll pepper. Bobby and I usually go to the meetings together, so he'll first start off with candy bars, that little candy jar he'll call it. He'll hit the red button, and then comes the diet soda pops, which is your dad argues that diet soda is good for him because it kills grass. It's poured on grass, so therefore it must kill cancer cells inside the body. So he'll try to, please. I'm having to argue this right now. We were on Air Force One the other day, and I walk in there because he wants to talk about something, and he's got an orange soft drink on his desk.
Fanta. He drinks Fanta.
That's what I didn't want to say the brand name on the podcast. He's got Fanta on the desk, and I say, "Are you kidding me?" So he starts to like sheepishly grin. He goes, "This stuff's good for me. It kills cancer cells." And then he tells me it's fresh squeezed. So how bad could it be for you?
And the internet did not let it go. It absolutely did not let it go. What followed was one of the most sustained, creative, and frankly hilarious meme onslaughts I have seen directed at any political figure in recent memory. And I have been collecting the best of them, so buckle up. But first, let's hear from the MAGA supporters themselves. Because this is the part that genuinely surprised me. Real Trump voters, on camera, reacting to the Jesus post. And they are not happy. That's a disgrace. How egotistical can you possibly be? I'm ashamed. One guy said, and this is real, a man I voted for and trust. As if the egotism started this week. As if this is the moment the scales finally fell from his eyes. Not the 2 impeachments. Not the January 6th conviction. Not the classified documents. Not the Access Hollywood tape. The AI Jesus picture. That's the hill. That's where we plant the flag. Now, look, I'm not going to spend too long poking fun at that. Because honestly, welcome. Better late than never. But the timing is genuinely something to behold. By the way, please leave your questions or comments in the comments section. I will answer each one individually as time permits. Also, I would be very happy if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. Now, let's continue. Now let's get into the memes. Because the internet responded to this with the kind of unified creative energy that usually only shows up during a World Cup or a major natural disaster. First, the Iranian embassy account. Yes, that Iranian embassy account, the one we've talked about on this channel before, posted their own version. It is unhinged. It is cinematic. It has music. It has Trump descending from somewhere with full messianic energy, and the production value is genuinely impressive for a government social media account. I've started calling it the second coming of Fanta, and I stand by that. Then there's the fake Dr. Trump medical ad. Someone put together a full infomercial, complete with a hotline number, testimonials, and Trump in a white coat promising to cure cancer, heart disease, ALS, and anything else your doctor said was untreatable. The tagline is "Call 1-800-NOT Jesus today." And the testimonials include a man who was clinically brain dead and recovered entirely through a phone consultation. It is so well produced that multiple people have apparently been asking if they've been seeing it on actual TV. The answer is no, but the fact that it's indistinguishable from something Trump might actually do says everything. Then someone made the ER version. Picture a medical drama, frantic doctors, a flatline patient, the Foo Fighters playing in the background, and then Trump walks in with full savior energy right on the lyric, "There goes my hero." I will drop the link in the description because you need to see it in full. Words do not do it justice. And then there's the Medicine Jesus sketch. Trump in scrubs, reviewing a patient's chart, and instead of a diagnosis, he just starts insulting Candace Owens, which, in a truly bizarre twist, is barely a parody, because Trump actually said those things about Candace Owens. In public, recently, the sketch writers didn't have to invent much. They just put him in a lab coat. Now, speaking of Trump's health, and this is a real thing that actually happened, Dr. Oz went on Don Jr.'s podcast and described Trump's daily dietary routine. And I want you to understand that what I'm about to tell you is not satire. This is reported first-person information from Trump's own doctor. Apparently, the routine begins with candy from a jar on the desk, followed by diet soda, which Trump believes is healthy because, and I'm quoting the spirit of what was said, it kills grass when you pour it on a lawn, therefore it must kill cancer cells in the human body. That is the medical logic of the man with the nuclear codes. And then, the coup de grace. Oz walked onto Air Force One and found Trump drinking a Fanta. Fresh squeezed, Trump told him. A Fanta, fresh squeezed. I'm just going to let that sit there. Now here's where I want to end, because there's a real point buried underneath all the absurdity. Trump posted the Jesus image and then, when confronted about it by reporters outside the Oval Office, after apparently having McDonald's delivered via DoorDash, which C-SPAN reported with complete journalistic neutrality, as if that were a normal sentence, he said, and I quote, "I thought it was me as a doctor. It was supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better." C-SPAN, democracy unfiltered. A president explaining that he thought his AI-generated image of himself with glowing healing powers surrounded by light was actually a Red Cross worker. On the tarmac, after his DoorDash order, before discussing the Iran conflict. That is where we are. And here's my actual take on all of this, because there's something meaningful happening underneath the comedy. The Jesus post cracked something in the MAGA coalition that years of legal scandals didn't. That tells you something important about what actually holds that movement together. It's not policy. It's not even loyalty in the traditional sense. It's a kind of mythology, and when you mess with the mythology badly enough, when you make the idol too obviously an idol, even the true believers flinch. The fact that this image did more damage to Trump's relationship with his base than 2 impeachments and a criminal conviction says everything about the nature of that political movement. The humiliation campaign is working, not because mockery is the most sophisticated political tool. It isn't. But because this particular administration has built itself entirely on the appearance of strength, dominance, and winning. And nothing punctures that image faster than the entire internet turning you into a punchline that even your own voters are sharing. Trump wanted to be Jesus. He got the crucifixion instead, and the nails are memes.